Hey y'all, it's me Kaylin with kayscrochethaven. Today I will be showing you how to do the Just in Time for Valentine's scarf. Excuse me. So this is really easy, very, very simple. For this pattern that I have made up, I have it where the hearts are facing the same way when you have your scarf on your neck. There are 4 repeats going this way, and then you have 4 repeats going this way. And I will be showing you how to do one this way and one this way in the tutorial. And then I will be telling you what to do right here for the neck. Very simple. Trust me, it's very, very simple. So what you need for this is any 4-weight yarn in any color. Lisa, it doesn't have to be blue. Just saying. Sorry about the puppies. Sorry about that. They're being weaned and they're getting new homes this weekend. They're the last of the 18 puppies we had from 2 different dogs. So this is the 4-weight that I'm using. It is Red Heart Bunches of Hugs in the colorway of Capri. Now, as I was saying, Lisa, it does not have to be blue. It can be any color. She doesn't like pink. So on my live today, she said I should do it in blue. So that's the only blue that I have. Now, for this, we will be using this right here. This graph. Now, it can be used, well, I should say, it can be done from either side because it has a line of symmetry down the center. It's the same amount of stitches this way as it is this way. This black is the border. We start 2 rows up, and then we do it, and then we end with 2 rows on the very end. And I know it looks a little weird, but it makes the perfect heart shape, I promise. So whether you're left-handed or right-handed, it will come out the same because it's the same on both sides. Okay, oh, and I should show you the hook that I'm using. I'm using a 4.5 millimeter, and I don't know what letter that is, but that's what I used. Trying to get it to focus a little better, but it's not wanting to. So, for this, we will begin with a slip knot, and you can do your slip knot however you want. This is how I do my slip knots because it's what I've grown accustomed to. But this is how I do it so that I go ahead and have my hook in it, and I just tighten it up on the hook. So then you're going to begin with a chain of 25. And I'm not going to make y'all watch me, so I will meet you back. Okay, so once you have your chain of 25, you will start from counting over from, not counting this one on your hook because it doesn't count. Count over to the 4th one. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one we're going to put a double. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And then you're going to do that all the way across your chain for a total of 23. And I will meet you back. Okay, so I'm coming up to the last chain, and once you do a double there, you will chain 1, turn your work, and then go right back into that first stitch because that chain 1 doesn't count, and do a double, and then you will do a double all the way across for a total of 23 again. So I will meet you back there. Okay, so I'm coming up on the last stitch, which goes into the top of the chain from the previous, the chain 3 that you skipped. And I never can get it through both loops. goodness. I try and get it through both loops. So pull that one up just a tad. Do it like that. Come on, get in there. Did I make it in? There, no. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pull it closer. Looking around the screen and through the screen, it just wasn't cutting it. So then you're going to chain one, and now we're going to start the design. So you will go straight back into this first one with a double, and then double crochet into the next 10 for a total of 11. I'm not going to make you watch it, so I'll meet you back. Alright, so once you have your 11, you will chain one, skip one, and then double crochet into the next 11. And when you get to the end, chain one and turn your work. And I'll meet you back. Now, the next one is a double into the very first, then a double into the next 9. Alright, so I have my 9. So I'm going to chain one, skip one, double crochet into the next 3. So that's 1. And then number 2 is going to go right into the chain space. Just go around it. 2 and then 3. And then chain one, skip one, double into the next 9. Chain one and turn your work. Okay, so I chained one and turned my work. Now this one's easy because this one is a very cool repeat. So we're going to double into the first 7. Then we're going to chain one, skip one, double crochet into the next 7, chain one, skip one, and double into the last 7. There's a few of them that are like that in this pattern. And I like it. I think it's cool. Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wasn't counting. So chain one and skip one, double crochet. And so 1, 2, make sure you go into that. Just go in there. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Chain one, skip one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ain't that cool? I know, I'm a dork. So, then you're going to chain one and turn your work. Now this next one is, let's see. Okay, that's what I thought. You're going to double into the next 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain one, skip one, double crochet into the next 11. Once you get your 11, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain one, skip one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to chain one, skip one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And chain one, turn your work. This time we're going to go into the first 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and chain 1, skip 1, and then double crochet to the next 13. Once you have 13, you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the last 4. Trying not to make this video too long, but I'm also trying not to bore y'all. So, next row, chain 1, turn your work. This time we're going to work into the first 3. So 1, 2, and then 3, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next 15. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm glad I paused with that one. So after the 15, you'll chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the last 3. And I will tell y'all why in just a second. Okay, chain 1 and turn your work. Now we're going to double crochet into the first 2. So 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next 17. And while I'm doing this, I will tell you why. When I paused a while ago, I was continuing my stitches and I needed some slack, so I pulled from the ball of yarn, which is right here in front of me. I was pulling from it, pulled me up some slack, and I went to put it on the table. And I hit my charger cord because my phone is charging while I do this. And when I did that, my phone came out of my holder because I don't have it fastened into the holder. So the phone went flying, and that right there should be 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So chain 1, skip 1, skip 1. This one right here, not this one. I was about to say I missed one. Skip 1, and then double crochet right there, and then double crochet into that very last one. Then you will chain 1, turn your work, and then double crochet again into the first 2. So that's 1, 2, and chain 1, skip the chain below, skip that, then double crochet into the next one, and then 7 more times for a total of 8. So yeah, you got to see all the mess on the table if I wasn't paused at that time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, and chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next 8. And then I will have to piece the first part and this part together because I was pausing them in between. Oops. So I hit the home button, and when I came back into the camera, that was 8 because we're right here again, because like I said, it's the same on both sides. So you'll chain 1, skip your chain space, double into the last 2, and then when I open the camera back up, it started all over. So I'm going to have to piece my parts together, which is fine by me. So we chained 1, turned our work, and then double into the first 2. Oh, that's a half, not a double. chain 1, skip your chain space again, double into the next 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So yeah, that's what I had did right here, and then somehow whenever I was putting it onto the table, I hit the cord. I guess my arm was down in my lap more. Yeah. So we're going to chain 1, we're going to skip this one, and then we're going to double right here. So we have 1 double. We're going to chain 1, skip this one, and then double into the next 7. Chain 1, skip the chain, and double into the last 2. 1 and 2. Chain 1, turn your work. We're almost done, y'all. Almost done with the repeat. Or, not really the repeat. We're almost done with the pattern. And then we'll start the repeats. And I'll tell you what to do. So, double into the first 2. 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip the chain. And then double crochet into the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember earlier when I told you there was there was another one that was even like that? This one's it. That's 5. Then we're going to chain 1, skip 1, double into the next 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, skip 1, double into the next 5. And I'm going to pause for a second. I paused because of the puppy. I was hoping he'd be quiet, but he's not. Excuse me. Alright, I got the puppy to be quiet. So, what I was trying to say is, you have 2, then 5, 5, 5. Then you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and then 2. Okay, then you're going to chain 1, turn your work. And this one right here is the last of the fillet part. So this one we're going to double crochet the first 4. Alright, sorry about that. Something flashed on my phone. So what I said was, it said something about storage or limit. I don't know. So double into the first 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to chain 1, skip 1, double into the next, chain 1, skip 1, double into the next 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then chain 1, skip the next one, double, chain 1, skip 1, double into the last 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1, turn your work, and then for the next 2 rows, do double all the way across, and I'll meet you back. So once you have done the 2 above, what you will do is repeat from row 3 through I don't know how 15, I think. No, 13. Rows 3 through 13. And what I did was I repeated it 3 more times to have the 4, but I wanted it to be 60 inches, and that's what I got, was 60 inches, which is 5 feet. So if you want it longer, then repeat it once or twice more, however much longer you want it. It's totally up to you. Now we're going to pretend like I have all 4 or how many ever hearts I want going this way. And when I get to this one and I do this one, I'm going to do 1 more for the middle, and then I'm going to do 2 more for the next one. So a total of 5 double crochet rows to make up the middle. Let's see if I can find the middle here in this one. Right here. In between the 2 sets of hearts, I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that right there is what sits on my neck. So I'll meet you back when I have 3 more rows. Okay, so I have my row of 5 total in between. The reason I did that is because I didn't want them to be like on top of each other and barely able to be seen. And then when the repeat started on the other side, the 2 on the top here are these 2. So what we're going to do now is work it backwards. So instead of starting here, we're going to start this one. And I do apologize for the puppies in the background, and I also apologize if you happen to hear snoring. Everyone is asleep except for me, and I got to listen to the puppies. Oh, I will be glad when this weekend is over with. So we're going to start with chaining. You chain 1 and turn your work, and then double into the first 4. I really do know how to talk, y'all. My brain is just not working because I am a little tired. It was a little past my bedtime. So then we're going to chain 1, skip 1, double into the next, chain 1, skip 1, double into the next, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're going to finish the double crochet first. Chain 1, skip 1, double into the next, chain 1, skip 1, double into the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. Chain 1, turn your work. We're going to double crochet into the first 2. We got 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip 1, double into the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, skip 1, double into the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, skip 1, double into the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, skip 1, double into the last 2. Chain 1, turn your work. double into the first 2, 1, 2, chain 1, skip your chain space, double into the next 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to chain 1, skip 1, double into the next, chain 1, skip 1, double into the next 7. Chain 1, skip the chain, double into the last 2. My phone did that thing again, so if y'all get confused on that, just let me know. It said limit reached or something. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, double into the next, or the first 2. Chain 1, skip the chain, double into the next 8. You're going to chain 1, skip that one, double into the next 8. Chain 1, skip the chain, and double into the last 2. Chain 1, turn your work, double into the first 2, chain 1, skip your chain, and then double into the next 17. And I want to pause you on this one and not make you wait for that. Okay, then you're gonna chain 1, skip your chain, and double into the last 2. So after your 17. Chain 1, turn your work. Now you're gonna double into the first 3. So that's 1, 2, and go into the chain space for your third one. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next 15. Okay, and then you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the last 3. Chain 1, turn your work. Then we're going to double crochet into the first 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next 13. Okay, so now chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the last 4. We shouldn't hear any more puppies. I let them out of the cage that they were in, and they all went to the water bowl. So apparently they were whining for me and not their mama, who was in the crate with them. So now chain 1, turn your work. Now we're going to go into the next 5, or the first 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the next 11. Okay, once you have 11, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the last 5. Chain 1, turn your work, and this is the round, or the row that is 7. So double crochet into the first 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next 7. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the last 7. Chain 1 and turn your work. Alright, this one is a double in the first 9. Then chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next 3. Chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the last 9. Chain 1 and turn your work. Alright, now we're going to do 1 into the first 11. Chain 1, skip 1, and 1 double into the last 11. Right, chain 1, there's your skip 1, double crochet into the next 11. Okay, so chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to do 2 rows of double crochet all the way across. And I will meet you back when I have that done, and I will tell you more about what you need to do the repeat for that one. Alright, so I'm done with the 2 there. Now what you will do for that, this one right here, is the same thing. So technically, since we're now working on the pattern this way, I also have it where it's 1, 2 up, and then it starts the fillet. So what you do is, in between each one, is you do 2. So, here, let me show you on this. In between each heart, you have 1 row, 2 rows of double crochet. 1 row, 2 row. Then when you get to the other side, which is actually this, I went this way with it. So I did 1 row, 2 row. And there starts the repeat right there. So I did that 4 times on both sides. And in between each one, I have rows of 2 double crochet. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Except for right here. And I have 5 right there. So 2 go for this one, 2 go for that one, and 1 right in the middle. So it has a line of symmetry. So that when you fold it straight in half, you could actually see straight through the heart on both sides. Because that's the way I designed it. I like lines of symmetry. Has to do with math and other stuff. So this is what it looks like. And I don't know why I got such bowing right here. But anyways, that's what it looks like. If you have any troubles, any questions, just email me. My email is listed in every single description box of every single video I put out. And it's also on my About page on YouTube. So, that is what it looks like. So you can see straight through it. And apparently some of the puppies are fighting. Don't know about what. But again, I do apologize for all the background noise, if you even heard any background noise besides the puppies. And I do need to get to bed because I still have to get Aiden up for school in the morning. And thank you for watching my tutorial. And I hope I was not confusing at all because I am tired. And like I said, if you have any questions, just email me. So, thank you. Bye, y'all.